With Jesse Simonton and Rob Lewis, I'm Brent Hubbs at Neyland Stadium, and I don't know where to start with this one, guys. A double overtime loss for Tennessee, and Tennessee yet gives up another game on the final play. It's like Groundhog Day for the last 10 years for Tennessee. By my count, it's 6 or 7 losses for Tennessee that's come on the final play. This one, Rob, inexplicable.
Yeah, I mean, most fan bases, this would be a stunner. A once-in-a-lifetime, kind of thing that they witnessed in Knoxville. They just call it Saturday. It's how do you give up the 64-yard play? They snapped the ball with 19 seconds left on the clock, third down. It's up there with the Felipe Franks Hail Mary. It's up there with Antonio Callaway on 4th and 13. It's devastating.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I think, Jesse, that's the question is, what is Jeremy Pruitt? Where do they go from here? What do they do?
I don't know. Rob had to everyone that was writing columns, me, Rob, everyone was having to flush it because for 3 quarters they looked like a prepared football team. They came out with energy. They were clearly dialed into what BYU wanted to do offensively. They ran the ball effectively. They shortened the O-line rotation. They shortened the inside linebacker rotation. They got pressure. For 3 quarters, you're like, man, this looks like Tennessee. They weren't great. The quarterback was their own, Jerry Garantano was really struggling, but otherwise they were at least showing progress. To then totally collapse on themselves in the 4th quarter, a complete inability to finish. The players talked about it afterwards. There was 2 chances for them to convert, 4th downs. They didn't do it. They couldn't do the 4-minute drill. Jeremy Pruitt, I think, used the phrase twice, hard pill to swallow. This is a major lump. Now, you're looking at probably a 1-6 start to year 2. That's tough to come back from.
Yeah, a lot of players. Jeremy Pruitt talking about major tough pill to swallow. Marcus Tatum says, "Hey, we've been through worse." I'm not sure what worse is right now for Tennessee.
First time in 31 years.
Yeah, you haven't done that since '88. Red zone, obviously a huge problem for Tennessee, and quarterback play a huge problem in terms of decision making.
Yeah, the interception that Jared threw to start the second half, that was the only turnover in the game. Tennessee didn't force one, and BYU. You can say a lot of things were the difference in the game, but they turned that into a touchdown immediately. It was a terrible throw. It's like he didn't even see the guy. It was into heavy coverage. And as Jesse pointed out, there were multiple guys that had a chance to get the pick.
Yeah, they were. Lots of people were. And he missed, again, some open receivers. Again, you blew coverage in the back end. Could have won on a day where he didn't play his best. But moving forward for Tennessee, what does Jeremy Pruitt got to do offensively? And then, more importantly, how do you hold this team together?
Well, I think your latter question is going to be the harder one to answer. How do you hold this team together? It's just a group of guys that don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. And you have some freshmen that played hard. I thought, Henry T. flashed. Crouch gave you some good snaps tonight. Obviously, Eric Gray is a blossoming star. But so many of the guys that they're counting on, they just don't know how to win, and I don't know how you flip that light switch. And that's gonna be, I just think that's gonna be so hard. They'll fix some of the mechanics of the offense. Jared will play better. They had a lot of success with some of the outside zone stuff today. I have no idea why Jim Chaney didn't call that on 4th and inches. Instead, went with a gimmick play to Josh Palmer, who might be your 4th best receiver, 3rd best receiver. So that needs to be cleaned up. But the bigger picture, there's no answer for that. If there was, there'd be a head coach here that would figure that out more than 10 years ago.
Well, and if there was an answer to that right now, Tennessee would be 2-0. If they would have played this hard in week 1, they beat Georgia State. And obviously, if you finish the game tonight, you win that football game. Lots of questions, lots of execution inabilities for Tennessee, lots of soul searching, lots of answers that Jeremy Pruitt's looking for as Tennessee 0-2 for the first time since 1988 will head into next week's game here at home at noon against Chattanooga. For Jesse Simonton and Rob Lewis, I'm Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com.